One. Hello, my little munchkins, crones, and sunflowers. How are you? I hope everything with you is fine and copacetic. Baby Crone and I have been out for what? Saturday. We were out. We did Saturday. We wasn't here Sunday, and we didn't do anything on Monday. And so we are so far behind. So we're just going to catch up with the we're going to catch up on the things that we got behind.
Yes.
Baby Crone, you look lovely with your new hairdo.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. Now, I want to say this. I want to say we're going to talk about the housewives of New Jersey. It was wonderful. I got so much to say, but I have cooled off from earlier when I watched it. So I watched it yesterday and I watched it again today to just make sure that I'm feeling what I feel.
Oh,
so
yes.
Baby Crone, is there anything you want to say before we get into it?
All I got is it was a very good, juicy episode. I feel like even though there was some drama and everything just seemed to be happening so fast, it did make for some good TV. And actually, I could see a lot of people, different point of views and why people are having kerfuffles.
Kerfuffles? What is kerfuffles?
Having a dispute amongst each other.
Oh, thank you. So that's a real word, kerfuffles. Thank you for sharing. Okay, so with no further ado, let's just get into it.
Okay, well, first off, we started off with Jennifer, curly hair Jen, Teresa.
Who is curly hair Jen? Oh, curly hair, big hair.
Yes, that way.
Is she a Manian or something?
She could
her
be.
Husband is, she's Jewish, I think.
Yes.
But her husband is Armenian, something like that. I don't know, but he's something. But go ahead. Mm-hmm.
So, curly hair Jen, Teresa, and Dolores had a healing session at this place. Also, fun fact, Teresa did want this Buddha head at her party, and she was able to work out a deal with the...
What did I say when I seen it? Didn't I say it's going to be at her party?
Yes, you did.
And where was it?
At her party where she said it was going to be.
Because when she said, no, we're not, it's not for sale, Teresa said, okay, and left it alone. That's when I knew, okay, everything is negotiable. Remember that.
Yes,
but go
exactly. Ahead. At this, it was a very good session. They was releasing some energy. I hope so. It was quite interesting. But after it was finished, Dolores had came out about how her and Paul are starting an electrical company together. Even though I don't think she's an electrician, but she said that he's teaching her, and now that she's ready to be a part of this business. When first off, Jennifer was side-eyeing her. I mean, Jennifer didn't even want to say anything, but she just felt like Dolores was moving a little too fast, because she was like, what about the divorce? Are you guys is he getting a divorce yet? Like, what's going on? Why are you guys making business plans together? And he hasn't moved forward from his ex-wife or his wife. And Teresa just felt like, Paul's nice. She didn't want to say much. Now
okay. Now, I looked at this thing. I don't know what you call it. I don't know what you call it. I don't know what is appropriate.
Mm-hmm.
So, all I know, I don't know that Dolores.
No.
I don't know her. She's been mesmerized. I want to say another word, demonetized. She's gone. She made all these things. I'm not going to do it unless Paul get married. Mm-hmm. I seen her sell her soul for this man.
Yes.
This man had gave up nothing. She's living in the man's house. Mm-hmm. She doesn't have a ring. No matter what, I could see it if he was honest about it. If he would just say, if Paul would just say, I don't want to get married. He done said it so many ways. Yes. But Teresa, But Dolores, who's supposed to be the voice of reason, she doesn't voice of reason. No. Because if she was the voice of reason, why can't she see that she's settling?
Yes.
She's settling. All this mouth. Mm-hmm. All this mouth, but you have been demonetized.
Yes.
You stuck. You hooked. He got his claw in you. And he done sat there and told you, if you do any surgery, I'm walking.
Yes.
You got a lot of mouth, Dolores, but when it comes down to putting the rubber to the road, when it comes to your personal love life, you don't. But let me take a woosah for a minute and let me go another way. It hurts me to see a woman sell herself so cheaply. For a man, you said that you weren't going to do it.
Yes.
Now when they mention, oh, we're going to go in business together, Dolores.
Yes.
What are you doing?
Even her kids are questioning.
Dolores. Come on, it's that good. I know, I get it. It's good. You done fell in love.
Yeah.
I get it. Paul is attractive. He's built nice. I get it. And you're trying to compete with Paul. With your body and your looks.
Mm-hmm.
You know what kind of body Paul liked. But Paul told you, you do another surgery and I'm out.
Yes.
And you're going to start talking that talk. But I know you, Dolores. I'm speaking to the universe. That this get to Dolores' mind while she sleep. Dolores. I'm not saying Paul is a bad man. He could be right as rain. But he's not right for you, Dolores. Because he's not loving you, Dolores. He's giving himself what he wants. And you are tag along. Everything that Paul wants, you gave up. You living in the house with the man. The man don't put a ring on your finger. No. That's what you said you wanted. Now you changing it all.
Yes.
Dolores. Dolores. You can't see this.
No, she can't.
You are stigmatized. I said it. You done fell in love with the man. You in there working out, getting yourself all slim. You look good.
Yeah.
I'm not going to front. You look good, but you always look good.
Mm-hmm.
You look good, Dolores. But what are you doing? Why are you selling your soul to this man?
Right.
Because you waited so long and finally you found a man that can identify with you.
Yes.
Because that's you the kind of woman he like. And he already showing he controls you, Dolores. You don't think that. No, you don't think that at all. Dolores, he got the claw in you. You went against everything. Mm-hmm. Everything. And that's how you know, Dolores. You set boundaries. And you're breaking your own boundaries, Dolores.
Yes.
You said you'll leave. Mm-hmm. Now you coming back with, we're going to get a business, Dolores. Dolores, stop it.
Yes.
Baby Crone, help me.
Yes.
Save Dolores.
I can't, because Dolores, like you said, or I'm not sure if you haven't said, but she just doesn't want to see. Because she understands that every guy that she dates, like you said, tries to control her. But then she compares him to David, and it's just like, what? Paul is showing that he wants to commit. What are you looking at?
It is so sad. And maybe you've been in this situation. I've been in this situation. I'm hoping Baby Crone won't get it. When you set boundaries and you break your own boundaries, you know you crossed the line. You know that's the boundary. If I do this is what you was talking to Dolores. You're breaking boundaries for a man that haven't broke nothing for you.
Yeah.
Oh, Dolores. But the thing is, though, you can be hard on Jackie.
Yes.
Because she called you a slob. So you can be slobberish. But you can't forgive her. But you can hold on to a man that goes against your principles. Yep. I don't understand it.
The unforgiveness.
The unforgiveness of it all. But Paul, and don't get me wrong, he cute. Nicely built. Got a nice home. He got it going on with a plan. But Dolores, you slip and he gonna drop you like a hot potato.
Yeah.
Dolores. I don't know what to say to her. I don't know what to say.
Clearly, he does not have the ability to commit to Dolores or anybody, period. That's why he hasn't gotten.
It's not that he doesn't want to commit. He doesn't want to marry anyone.
Okay.
But he's saying it to Dolores. When he said it to Dolores, when he said, what? You think if I get a divorce, tomorrow, today? You think I'm going to marry you tomorrow? In other words, no. It has nothing to do with the divorce. That divorce is there to stop me from going over my principles. Me and my wife, we're cool like that. We get that. That's okay.
Yeah, it is.
But the Lord, you set a standard.
Yes.
And you're going against your own standards. If you put it there to protect yourself, you put those blocks, Dolores, and you're sinking in. Dolores, you're being a foolish woman.
Yeah.
And I'm sad for you. I'm sad that you got tangled. And you done fell in love, you done slipped, and you done fell. And you're not thinking rationally, Dolores. You got so much for your friends, but when it come down to you, you're lost. I am so disappointed in Dolores.
Yeah, honestly.
I like Dolores. I thought she was strong.
Yeah, she gave off that.
I thought she was strong. You're not strong. You're just another woman out there that just want to be loved. You found this attractive man who's very strong, know who he is, know what he wants. You fell in love with him, and now you're selling your soul for this man, Dolores. I don't know who's going to tell you, but I'm speaking to the universe. That it get to Dolores. Now, the season is about to end, so these things are old.
That's true.
But I haven't read nowhere where it said Dolores and Paul has broke up.
No, I haven't definitely.
That would have made news.
Yes.
So Dolores. Shaking my head, Dolores. I'm just disappointed. I know that you weak and vulnerable. Why would you fall in love with a man that remind you of all the men you had?
Exactly.
Oh, Lord. But there's nothing we can do.
No, there is nothing, because she is clearly not seeing or even want to acknowledge all the red flags she sees.
She don't see it. They red, white, and blue.
Yes.
They flagging all over the place. But she's in denial.
She is.
Because she'd rather please her flesh than to please the truth.
Yes.
She'll rather sell out on what she believes than to believe in herself. And I'm sad to see Dolores like that. Whatever he's doing, he must give her good loving.
Yes.
Because Dolores is gone. So the Dolores that I know and you know have left the building. And I'm sad to see that. What else?
Well, moving on from Dolores.
No, not moving on, just going to the next thing.
Okay, going to the next thing. Still at this healing session, even though we have talked about other parts of this episode, surprisingly, or not surprising, Teresa and Jennifer want, or at least Teresa, let's just say Teresa wants to expose Margaret. And so she said that she needs Jackie to get this information that Margaret seems to have on everybody and happens to tell Jackie. And now that Margaret and Jackie aren't friends, here comes Teresa trying to find the dirty secrets to expose Margaret, because she feels like Margaret needs to be exposed for the true person she is. Do you have anything to say?
Petty.
It is petty, definitely.
That, what Dolores is going through is not petty. That's sad.
Yes.
But this, and to say, the only reason why she said she was using Jackie is because the Lord said what Jackie, they were saying negative things. And so out of haste, this is what Teresa said.
Okay.
As a retaliation. Go ahead. I can't even respond because it's sad to me.
Okay.
But Teresa admit that she petty. She petty. She petty. She can't stop the petty. She can't turn the cheek.
No.
Go ahead.
Next is that Melissa is having had moved locations for her Envy store, and she invited Danielle over so Danielle can help her or get another scene of how Fashion Week works. And Danielle was just eating it up, enjoying it. She wants to have the lifestyle that Melissa has, and apparently Jennifer as well, but we'll get to that one later. Oh, okay. First off, Danielle. Okay, Melissa thinks this is honestly so petty and shows you how divided the group is. Melissa and Danielle think that Jackie is being brainwashed by Teresa, and then Teresa over here feels like Danielle is having two people in her ear, Melissa and Rachel, brainwashing her. So it's kind of interesting, that dynamic, that they feel like people are being manipulative and using each other. But that's also what happens when you play the fence.
Hurry up, keep it moving.
Okay, I am. So, oh yes, Rachel's daughter, who had a speech impediment, had her her gum and lip
Clip.
clipped, and it's helping with the development and all that stuff. And then Dolores opened up about how her husband might have prostate.
Dolores don't have a husband.
Sorry, not Dolores, Margaret.
Oh, okay.
Because it was Margaret and Rachel at Rachel's house.
Mm-hmm.
And Margaret had opened up about how her husband might have prostate. So they was just talking and sharing about each other's health.
I understand where Margaret feel on that. I understand how that must be devastating, because when she think of cancer, she think of death. So when I think of cancer, I think of a hurdle.
Okay. Fair enough. It's all about how you see it.
How you see it. Mm-hmm. Because she just had an ex-husband who died.
Oh, yes,
so,
you're right.
And then her mother's sickly.
Oh, yes.
So, or was, I don't know. So it's a lot for Margaret, but.
Right. Okay. So finally we got to Teresa's Tululum party.
That's what I'm waiting for.
Yes, where everything went down. So first off, Danielle is honestly hoping that Teresa isn't mad that she's friends with Rachel and Melissa.
Who is Danielle? The one that want to do the fashion modeling?
Yes.
The loudmouth.
Mm-hmm, from New York.
Tacky.
Mm-hmm. And she also hopes that Jackie can see who her friends really are, which is kind of very ironic.
This is the problem I have with, what's her name? Danielle. If I'm giving, and I understand where Jennifer is, I understand that. If I'm giving some kind of gala or something where I'm going to get money, mm-hmm. and I'm going to donate it, how can I take the money that I made to donate to you, take it and pay off the bills and give you what's left over?
Yes.
What is that?
Yeah.
That's where you have people come in and help. Could you bring this? Could you bring that? Could you do this? They're resourceful. That she could have got people come in and help you with that. Yes. But how can you take the money, spend it on what you need, mm-hmm. the way you want it, and then give the people that no. If you can't afford to do it, why do it?
Yeah.
You just showboating.
Yes.
To me. What you said that you was going to give to a charity.
Yes.
But before you give to a charity, let me get mine and take my money, mm-hmm. and pay everything. And because Jennifer have a problem with it. Yes. Now, you may have a problem with it. You may have a problem with the way Jennifer thinks.
Right.
I'm on Jennifer's side. If I say that I'm giving, that's like saying I'm going to give a party.
Mm-hmm.
But once I pay everybody to come into my party, I'm going to pay everything back that I spent in the party, and then what's left over, that's what I'll donate.
Yeah, that's exactly what she did.
Who does that? That's me. So on Andy Cohen Live, they asked this girl.
Yes.
And they asked her, and she felt like me. Why would you give something? Even when I look at the housewives, they was even fussing on Marrington Medicine. Yes. When what you call it said, I don't feel like I should give anything because I paid for the wine.
Mm-hmm.
You work this stuff out, but she's showboating.
She is.
And can't afford it.
Nope.
And then you're going to throw up in Jennifer's face how rich you are. She said, yeah, I have $1 million. She was like, yeah, she may have more than that. Yeah, like she said, your husband probably bring home $1 million a month. that very well may be true. But the fact of the matter is, if I'm going to throw something, I'm going to throw it. If I give a party and I say I want to have a dinner, I want to have a dinner. I'm not going to invite you and say, everyone, you'll have to pay me for the food.
Yes.
I mean, I'm going to the extreme, but that's what it feels like.
Yes,
I didn't like that at all.
Because that is definitely not doing charitable work.
That's not charity to me.
Nope, because it didn't come from a place of heart of, I want to put my money and resources
to
into
help
this.
you. She put nothing.
No.
She gave her time, but she gave nothing to it.
Nope.
She gave nothing. And with everything that she wanted, her idea, she wanted to give it, and then she's going to pay. That's not, I don't know. I looked at the housewives of Atlanta. I looked at the housewives of all of them who give these things. Lisa, whoever give them, I ain't never hear them say, I'm going to take the money and pay off everything that I spent, and then I'm going to give the money back. I'm not saying it's not done. I'm just saying that's tacky.
Yes.
Because that means you cheating the charity. You chose the charity because you felt as though they needed it and you wanted to support it. So why take from the charity? Exactly. I got an issue with it.
Yes, and then, of course, another thing between Danielle and Jennifer is that Jennifer feels as though this is what started the fight between the two of them, or push between them.
So it was a fight.
Okay, the fight between them is because Jennifer said, my real problem with you is
she didn't even want to tell him.
No, she didn't.
Because she knew she couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
But she was like, tell me. Because when she was saying it, I thought that she was going to handle it.
I do too.
But go ahead. But that's how people are. They always say, tell me the truth. But then when you tell me, you can't handle the truth. But go ahead.
Yes, Jennifer said that when she wanted to go and model for, I think her name was Melissa, Danielle's hairstylist. She was going, Jennifer was going to model some hair, and they was going to do.
Because she's selling hair, and she wanted to put them in a photograph. Go ahead.
Yes, and so Danielle, hearing about this and knew that Jennifer was going to be in it, called up Jennifer and said, hey, I hope you guys know your picture's going to be posted on the website and you're not going to be getting paid for it. And at the time, she made it sound like Jennifer was okay with that and said, oh, thanks for telling me. And now Jennifer is saying that that's her problem with Danielle's, that she sabotages her friends. And so Danielle feels like you're not going to make me look like I'm the bad friend when I was just looking out for you.
I understand what Danielle's saying. Danielle said, you're going to take the job, you and your friends or whoever you're getting to do this. I'm telling you straight up, you're not going to get paid for it. And y'all going to do it for free. Jennifer felt like, oh my God, I wasn't even thinking about getting paid for it. That wasn't even on my mind.
Right.
And Jennifer felt like, why would you betray your friend like that? Why would you tell me that? Why?
Yes.
But what's her name?
Danielle.
Danielle was saying it like, I'm going to give you a up. See, Danielle acting like a poor woman. Everything about money. Like, it's just think about it. It's like, I'm not saying she poor, but it just seemed like she a scrimp and save and try to cut corners. So, Jennifer sees this.
Yes.
I see it. Maybe you see it, maybe you don't, or maybe you feel that way. But for people like me, I see that. Like, why would you put a monkey wrench in for your friend?
Yes.
Well, I wasn't even thinking about getting paid, but it's like, but just in case you do it. And she's like, why would you say that? In other words, why would you put your friend in that light?
Yes.
Why would you do that? If you would do that to your friend, in other words, so she's saying, so what is Jennifer saying? Let me find that out on my own.
Right.
You shouldn't have came and did it. And it probably was the way she dropped the bone.
Yeah, probably.
It probably was the way she said it. Like, you're going to do it, but I'm going to let you know, girl, she ain't paying you for it. It was the way she must have said it. And so that was two things. So it's like, so Jennifer's looking at it, in my opinion, Jennifer's looking at it like, okay, this woman take the money, give this thing, and take hers off the top, because that's what she said, let me take mine off the top. And I took mine off the top, but I paid for everything with the money. And then what was left over, I gave it back. So Jennifer feeling like, what the hell? Now you come along and telling me you do it, but I'm going to tell you right now, girl, she ain't paying you for it. So if you do it for free. And Jennifer is like, she's seeing a thing.
Yes.
Why? Because you don't know the people you're around. Jennifer is used to money.
Yeah.
So you sound, that's just like if I'm with Lisa Vanderpump and I say some stuff like, you know they ain't gonna pay you if you do that. Now let's say Lisa Vanderpump ain't nowhere thinking about that. She ain't even thinking about getting paid. She don't need the money. And I said, you know she ain't paying us for that, and you know we're doing that for free. I'm just giving you heads up. What kind of friend do that?
Yeah.
That to me makes sense. I see it on, what's her name? Not Jennifer.
Danielle.
Danielle's point, but Danielle talk with a poor mind.
She does.
It's like poor, like I'm not used to having.
No, she's definitely
That's what it comes off like. Like when she said, oh, I want to go to this Melissa store. Melissa invited me. I get to go. She act poor. She have a poor mindset to me.
She does.
In my mind.
Now, she has talked about her upbringing a little bit.
Oh.
Not that she said that she came from a poor life, but she
I don't know that. I'm just saying she sound like she just coming. Huh?
She sound like new money.
She sound like new money. She sound poor. She sound like she's just struggling. And I got to save every dime I get. And so when you dealing with people with money, it's like, you know, what that movie that I saw, it was Friends with Money. They have people with money have a different idea about it than you.
Yeah.
They give because that makes them feel good. But Jennifer, but Danielle don't have that mindset.
No.
Everything she does is a price tag in front of it. Even for her friend. You know you ain't gonna get paid for it.
Yes. A price tag and an image. Because Danielle just cares about the glitz, the glam. Do I look good? Do I look like I have money?
You think so?
Yes.
Okay.
Like she said, like she even said about her little daughter that she had. She was just like, I just want her to have everything that I wanted when I was younger. So she's gonna be that bougie kid.
So she want to be bougie.
Yeah, she wants to be bougie.
You got some things to learn.
Yeah.
So as they having this conversation, now, you know, maybe I'm a little partial to Jennifer because I like Jennifer. I like the way she think. I like that she's to herself. Not to herself, she's honest.
Yes, she is.
I like that about her. I really do. And I hope that her and Teresa will remain friends. I like that.
Yes.
I really do. But say something. I have to think.
Okay.
Not like walking.
Yeah, no. I had to think what to say about
Okay, so you was like me too.
Yes, I
okay, just stop that.
Yeah, because really about with Jennifer. Okay, let's talk about how a little bit snippet of how we're going to see next week. How
I don't want to do that yet until we get to the fact that when she said she didn't want to tell Danielle, but she said that's not the reason why. And so she says, I don't want to say, in other words, I want to tell you,
right.
But I don't know how you're going to respond to it. Danielle said, tell me, girl, tell me. And she like, she knew.
She did.
But I just hope that we can work through it. So she begins to tell her about this, and she didn't like the way she handled it. She said, I didn't like the way you did the charity, and I don't like the way you did this. You know, I don't like the way you are. You seem cutthroat to me. It seems like you do anything for money just about, or to look good, or whatever it is. And so Jennifer had an issue with that. Because if I give something, I give it from my heart, and I do it, and I don't take nothing for myself. If I can't afford it, why do it?
Yes.
This is where I'm getting it. So when she began to tell her about the girl and the hairstylist, and I don't trust you because of that, Danielle got into her face. She called her names.
Said she was dirty.
Dirty. She got loud. Did she?
Yes,
but did she not say, tell me?
She did say tell me.
Did she not say tell me?
Yes,
she is responsible for that because because the woman said she could have said if it's gonna hurt my feelings or what I don't want to hear. She could have said it because didn't the Lord do it to Jackie?
Yes, she did.
So you could say no, I don't. I don't want to hear it right now. But she said I did, and when she did, her mouth flew open.
Yes.
And she called her every name, everything. She got belligerent. She got loud.
She did.
Tacky. She just seemed like Jenny from the block.
Yes.
Don't be fooled by rocks that I got. She just seemed tacky.
Yes.
She seemed like somebody that ain't used to nothing. You got loud, and she thinks it's cute to go, yeah, I never said it. You don't look cute. That don't look like money. You look trashy.
Yes.
I'm going to be honest. It looks trashy. You understand? You got loud and belligerent.
Yes.
Why didn't you just walk away? That's what her husband was saying. Why did you allow her to push you? She didn't push her. She wanted to tell her, but she was like, since we clear in the air, I don't want you to walk away to think that that's why this thing blown out.
Right.
And so Danielle, tell me, she hemmed? Look back at it.
Yes, she did.
She hard as if to say, I know she's not going to take this, but we got to talk about it. I might as well just go ahead and put it all out there. And when she got up in her face with that thing, she pushed her back.
Yes.
She slammed her with a drink or a glass. People don't like it. That's like where I come from. You don't get up in somebody's face like that.
No.
That's really violating space. She was in her face like this, and she pushed her away from her face. That's just like somebody so mad. If a man got up in another man's face like that, you about to get a fade. You about to catch a fade.
For real.
You don't get in people's face like that.
No.
She was in her face calling her every name ungodly. You got in her face. That is what she just pushed her away, and she slammed it. It would have been a brawl, but I love the way Jennifer handled it. I ain't worried.
Yep, she did.
She cleaned herself off. It's okay. I get it.
Yeah.
I understand. I get her. I get it. I guess if I was her and somebody confronted me with some truth, I guess I'd be the same way. But she just confirmed what Jennifer was saying about her.
Yeah, that is true.
You tacky. She loud, then you go in and you go in and then you yell at her husband, you let her just tacky. You're a tacky woman.
Yes.
And if you want to be bougie, that's not bougie, that's boozy. That you don't know. Money don't act like that.
No.
Money don't become indignant. So if you want to act money, you got to act like you have money. You don't do things like that. You do what the Lords do. You walk away.
Yes.
You don't, or Teresa.
Politely decline.
Yes, you do lightly decline. Teresa is starting to learn, let me get up and walk away from this.
Yes.
But you got these new girls in, they coming in like they got attitude, like they ready, are you ready to rumble? They coming in with this tension. They come in with it.
Yeah.
It's tacky. And I have to say, she tacky.
She is.
She left me with, you tacky girl. You a tacky itch.
Yes.
Tacky. You can't control yourself.
No.
If it hurt your feelings that bad,
Yes.
I would have said, I'm sorry you see it that way. But she couldn't because the truth hurt.
Yes.
Because if it was no truth to it, why you get all indignant?
Exactly.
She read you and you couldn't take it. So you got mad, you start, cause she even said, why don't you bring it down?
Yes.
That's just, but she didn't want to deal with that.
No.
She went and she lost control.
Yes.
And one thing about these men, I don't understand it. Instead of you helping your wives, you agree with their shenanigans. On one hand, you saying you have to walk away. Don't give them the image. Don't give them that. Don't. But you're right. No, if you was me and it was in the car, I'll give you a moment to chill. I would say, why did you give it to her? When she hurt your feelings like that, why didn't you walk away?
Yes.
When she didn't want to tell you, why would you have so much of an itchy ear that you wanted to hear it?
Mm-hmm.
You had an itchy ear.
She
You
did.
wanted to hear it. But you didn't know that's what she was going to say. See, you had propped your mind up for something big. But when she said it, overall, when you look at it, it's a small thing,
It
really.
is small.
When you look at
But
it.
it spoke volumes.
But it spoke volumes about her character. And she didn't like it because she nailed her on 2 accounts. And so she's looking at her, you bougie, you are no better than me. It wasn't even about that. She's just saying, this is how I saw it. And it makes me don't trust you. Would you do that to me?
Mm-hmm.
I get it. She's saying the whole time people talking, this is Jennifer, I listen and I watch and I see I'm like that.
Yeah.
So I'm studying you and you show me what kind of person you are.
Yes.
And at the end, when she went, I always say she loud. She always act like, I'm a tell you. I'm like, ooh, chill.
Yeah,
You know, she might as well go run the ballad. She just like that.
Well.
It's not cute.
No.
You act more harder than the men. You act harder than Joe.
Yeah.
What's his last name? Teresa brother. Gutai.
Judice or
Gord.
Or Gorga?
Gorga. You act like that. And he don't even get like that.
No.
So it's like you're masculine.
Very.
And then you go out, your husband is trying to tell you to chill and calm down, and you emasculating your husband. What is it that a husband don't have no control how to calm down his wife? That's crazy to me.
Mm-hmm.
Your husband couldn't even calm you down.
No.
He had to get you in the car and you halfway where you want to go before you calm down. Yeah. That's crazy to me.
Mm-hmm.
He was the voice of reasoning.
Yes, he was trying to be the voice of reasoning while also still feeding into Danielle.
But he had to feed into it because that's the only way he could calm her down.
Fair.
In my opinion. Like, I just gotta agree with her. Because he told her, walk away. Why do you listen? Why do you put yourself? He's saying all these things.
Yeah.
She's not listening. The same thing that Jennifer is saying. You're not listening to what I'm saying. Bring it down. But what I like about Jennifer, look, I'm bougie, whatever you want to call me. But if it's a fight, then a fight it is.
Yeah.
It's a fight it is. But what you're not going to do, you're not going to get all up in my face, spit all up in my face, and you're too close. That is a violation. Yes. You cannot go in somebody's space. You can't do that. You stay a distance. But she was like this in this woman's face. What would you do? How I know this one won't take and grab and choke me by the neck or grab me by my hair? I wouldn't let nobody get that close up on me. Mm-hmm. I don't care who you are, especially when you're raging.
Yes. When
you're raging like that, I'm scared of you. Mm-hmm. And so she just pushed her back with aggression. Because she was calling her a lot of names. She ain't never called that woman out her name.
Nope, she did not. She was the one that kept it classy.
She kept it classy. Say what you want. You don't have to like her. You don't even have to agree with what I'm saying or what Baby Crone is saying. All I'm saying, these were the facts and the witch that I see. Yeah. And I even looked at Andy Cohen live to see, and there was another person on there that agreed.
Yes.
One didn't, and one did.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
Yeah, that is true.
So it was a very good episode. I truly, thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm excited about next week. My heart goes out to Dolores.
Yeah.
You just left all of your guidelines, all of those boundaries.
She did.
You left them. I say it, Dolores. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry to see that.
Yes.
I'm sorry that even Teresa said out of anger that she was just using Jackie. I didn't like that either. You just said that because Dolores was telling you the negative stuff. And out of the negativity, I'm just using her. It was like I'm just using that itch anyway to get information to take down
Margaret.
I ain't like that. And I'm crazy over over Teresa.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, I ain't like that. You shouldn't be concerned with Margaret like that.
Yeah, for real.
You overly invested. Overly. I don't know if your husband into it like that.
I don't think
I
so.
just think you're overly invested. You won't win in this one. You won't. I think that this is awful. As far as Melissa questioning, was that bottle, was that for real? You know it was real. That's why something inside you. You know, why would they do it? You just so hooked when they trying to get a trick on you. That's her brother. There ain't nothing you can do about that.
Yeah.
That's her brother. That's her brother. And you should stay out of it sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And say, you know what, that's your sister. I would read what she had to say. And I love what Teresa said. I know that I'm trying to be close with them, but my husband said that it's the right thing to do. Do I think it was the right thing to do? I absolutely think it was the right thing to do. For her brother to turn the letter up, not even read it. Classless.
Yeah, for real.
And everyone was like, because it was an olive branch.
Yes.
You didn't have to be friends.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't have to call her. It wasn't nothing like that. You could have just taken, and I like the fact that when it went down like that, and Dolores brought it, she was like, well, I didn't know. And so when things got ugly, Dolores, Melissa took the drink because he told her to take the drink and put it with the rest of the drink. So he kept the drink because it was expensive. It was either $250 to $300 to $500 in which they paid for that. So he wasn't a fool, okay? So he took the drink, and it was the drink of his father.
Yeah.
So he took it. She took it in the house, and Dolores went with her. Dolores didn't stay to get in that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
You see, sometimes you got to know when to walk away.
Right. And also, just to wrap up, I would like to talk about how Joe, Teresa's brother, didn't even say anything when John tried to compare their situation to Gia. Like, why are you bringing in somebody else's child to compare a beef that you have with her mom?
That's not cool. Children off limits. But did Joe give a side eye about it? He kind of act like he didn't care.
He kind of acted like he didn't care, but kind of by the way his body language, like when John had said Gia's name, he kind of had this, kind of was moving like uncomfortable, like,
I gotta look at that.
Yeah.
So, well, that's what you have with the Housewives of New Jersey.
Yes.
Very good. Yes. Very good. It's really bringing in. I don't like the fighting and the schism, but that's what it's all about.
Yes.
That's what it's all about. It's enjoyable. I hate to see it. I wish it could be something different, but it is what it is. And with that being said, we thank you for joining us. Give us your comment, your feedback, whatever. Every little bit helps. Thumb us up. Please, we really need your thumbs up. We're really trying to make it to this 2,000. So if you can help us with that, we so appreciate it. And appreciate it. And with that being said, you know what we're going to say? You ready?
Yes. Sunflowers!